Hey Leo, Mariah here. It's such a pleasure to be reading for you. Hopefully, you're doing really well. I want to go ahead and get into some predictions for you, whether they come true in the month of November, December, maybe even January. But I want to see um, what's getting ready to occur or what's happening. But I want to start with you first, right? I want to see where you currently are standing, what's currently going on with you, and then see how it all strings together into these predictions in regards to what's getting ready to happen for you, what will be happening for you, right? So let's get into it for my Leos. Tell me, spirit guides, where are my Leos currently in their life or what's happening with them? Oops, sorry, I don't mean to shake the camera. Tell me for my Leos. Thank you. So we got 3 cards here. Let's see. We got the 6 of Pentacles. We also have the Empress. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. So really nice. Interestingly enough, I'm hearing measurements, like body measurements, like 32, 24, 36, like literal body measurements. So for somebody, you may be right now focusing on your health, your fitness, maybe gaining weight, losing weight, or getting to your ideal body size. Because now I'm hearing like Herbalife, right? So I don't know if y'all participate in MLM, so I'm not trying to go down that route, but it just reminds me of just nutrition and taking care of the body and being able to cleanse the body. That's something that specifically somebody here is focusing on right now. But if I bring it into a larger scope, and I'm hearing the letter D, right? As in Deanna or like David, Destiny. But if we bring it into a larger scope, when we talk about cleansing, Leo, this is really cleansing or purging a lot of what's going on in our life. And that's what brings me back to what's in this present moment. Like this is a heart to heart, right? Me speaking to you it's just you and me here, right? Nobody else, literally me and you. What's interesting of what I'm feeling about this cleanse, even though it's the 6 of Pentacles, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles, just kind of aside from the cards, you are going through this process right now. And I don't know how conscious or aware of it you are. But there's something here that needs to be purged, or you're in the process of purging something. And this is where I go back to the fitness aspect, but it doesn't have to be exclusive to that. This could be, you are wanting to cleanse yourself of certain eating habits or certain mental habits or certain financial habits. You may be wanting to cleanse yourself of certain repetitive patterns that you tend to make when it comes to our friendships, our family members, our children, our love life. You may be trying to cleanse certain toxic environments from your life. And it just reminds me of when somebody goes on like those 60-day cleanses. And that, mind you, I haven't even gotten to the cards yet. But this is what's literally coming through as soon as I'm starting to get into the energy. Somebody's going through a literal cleanse. And if not, it's being asked of you, because we're talking about you in the present. So if we evaluate our life as of where it stands right now, and you look at all the different elements you're involved in, whether it's mental, psychological, or in your physical, what is serving you and what is not? And what, if you were to look in future forward thinking, if you were to release, whether it's a certain pattern, behavior, circumstance, environment, or people or persons, if you were to release them right now, how far ahead would you be? Whether it's 60 days from now, 90 days from now, 30 days from now, or even a year from now. This takes me back, and I'm sorry that I went kind of left. Sometimes I do that. Y'all know me. Sorry. But it takes me back to your spread here. The 6 of Pentacles, the Empress, the Queen of Pentacles. You gotta give something to get something. And in this deck, which is why I love this deck, you can look at it, right? It's the mask, the theatrics. You gotta give something to get something. And in this deck, it's really highlighted that way. Well, what do you have to give up to be able to move into this Empress, Queen of Pentacles, and also this Ace of Wands that's on the bottom of the deck? And it doesn't matter if you're a male or woman, obviously, right? But to have something cemented in concrete, something really permanent. I'm hearing the word platinum. I don't like sometimes I just get a little, what is this? I'm like hearing platinum. It's like the supreme version of your life, if you will, right? Being able to reach a certain level or a certain pinnacle point in your life that you deem valuable for yourself or where you want to see yourself. But it comes again at the sense of a form of sacrifice, and you got to give up something to get it. So what we may have to give up in our life currently, and this is, mind you, I'm just only on the present energy. What we may have to give up in our life currently may not be the most comfortable, right? What we may have to cleanse from our body, our life, our spirit, our mind may not be the most comfortable, just because we may have been holding on to these habits or these patterns or these people or these circumstances for some time. And because we get so into that groove or into that rut of comfortability of something that's not the most beneficial for us, to release it becomes a bit more tricky and difficult. But the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Wands is both literally. It's like, don't be your own biggest hater, right? Just hear me out. Don't be your own biggest hater. Don't be your own biggest blockage, because you can really, and I keep telling you, I think the last couple of readings I'm moving into a new beginning, and I'm looking at it here. So I want to see prediction wise, because I'm looking at you needing to release something, and I'm still hearing the word platinum. So it just feels like an elevation in life, but to do so, what do we have to release? What do we have to cleanse from our body, soul, mind, and spirit, or our external environment? What is coming in towards my Leos, right? So if they are able to do this, right, to move into this Empress energy, Queen of Pentacles energy, where what they desire comes to them, what do we get? We get the Lovers. We get the Eight of Wands. Okay. What comes into my Leo's life, Spirit? We get the Page of Wands. And we get the Wheel of Fortune on the bottom of the deck. And the Fool right underneath, and this Fool keeps following. Oh my gosh. Any tarot reader will tell you, right? When a card follows you, when a card stalks you in a reading, please take note. And right underneath that is this Fool. And this Fool keeps stalking me when it comes to your readings. I've literally pulled the Fool multiple times in different readings for you as of late. So you have a new beginning. And even with this new beginning, it may have taken some time, but we've had to accumulate some experience before we can have this new beginning. And what do I mean by that? This is being able to go through certain things in your life and being able to get fed up enough with how things have been or how things have been progressing to the point where it says, and where you say enough is enough. I need to purge. I got to release this. I got to let this go. I want a new change and I want a new cycle in my life. And this is where we go back to this whole cleansing, whether it's literally taking on a 60-day cleanse, a 30-day cleanse, 90-day cleanse, a year, whatever, how long, but getting whatever this may be, people, person, places, things, situations. But it took us some time to get fed up with our circumstances to then have that paradigm shift mentally and say, you know what? I can't keep doing this, or I can't keep living like this, or I don't want to keep experiencing this. I don't want to keep feeling this. But it took those experiences, which brings us back to the Wheel of Fortune, right? Karma, cycle, and lessons, to be able to say, you know what? I'm tired of my own shit, to be honest, right? I'm tired of my own shit. So that brings us in what's coming in for you, the Lovers, Eight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. This is actually really awesome. Like, I don't know if you realize how awesome this really is. Because for some of you, I'm just going to get the obvious meaning of this just out the way quickly. For some of you, it may have been a person, a situation, a relationship that you had to purge, that you have to release, that you need to cleanse from your system. And by doing so and releasing that, you're able to move forward or move towards people that are better suited for you or better connected to you, people that are more spiritually aligned with you versus what you may have dealt with before, right? So that's kind of the easy way to look at this. The way Mariah is reading this, though, the way your girl is picking this up, is by the release of some form of cleanse. Really, and I mean, Leo, really getting rid of some shit that's in the closet, whether it's, again, your own mental state, your mind frame, people, places, circumstances. And I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes we just have to suck it up and say, what? Discipline. Let me get rid of this. Let me stick to it. Let me not falter or go back or get back into repetitive patterns when I try to move forward, and not sticking to the discipline of getting rid of whatever this is and cleansing it from your life it's almost like you're able to create or manifest or bring in what it is that you desire. Not to go out of this space of what I'm reading, but just kind of as an example, right? You can have somebody who says, you know what? Let me go on a cleanse and really remove people from my life that aren't best for me and that aren't good for me. And let me also do like a dietary cleanse, right? And they stick to that for about 60 days. And they're starting at the end of it. And even throughout the process of it, they're seeing their health improve. They're seeing their skin clear up. They're seeing their skin become more glowy. They're not dealing with the stress or anxiety that their friends or the people that were there in their social circles were giving them, right? They're able to get into a clearer space of mind and a better space of serenity because they don't have these distractions or interruptions or the headache of having to deal with these other people or circumstances, because they're cleaning up their diet, their mood is improving, they're having more energy. And just by sticking to it, we can see the improvements in our life increase. And that's kind of what this Lovers is bringing me back to. Again, that was only an example. I'm not saying that's going on for you, but I am saying, Leo, by you really cleansing the things out of your life, and this is what's coming towards you, you're going to be attracting, and I mean reeling in and pulling in quickly, Eight of Wands, what it is that you may have been inspired by, or what the ideas that you have for your own future, or what it is that you want to now have come into your life. Because Eight of Wands and Lovers, that's a quick, this is like telling the universe, bring that to me right now. Bring that over here right now. I don't want to wait for anymore. But by going through that cleanse, it's like you're able to really reel it in quicker than if you weren't releasing these things from your life that weren't good or beneficial for you. So you got this, Leo. You got this. This, I would tell you, not saying you have to go on a literal cleanse, even though depending on what you need to release from your life, that may be very helpful and conducive to what it is that you're looking for in your outcome. But I am saying if we are able to release, we can then receive. And when we receive, it actually comes in much quicker than we may have expected. But we have to be able to have the discipline with ourselves to stay in that state of mind of, I'm releasing this and it's never coming back. I don't want to engage in these habits. I don't want to engage with these people. I don't want to engage with these circumstances. It's gone from my memory. It's gone from my life. I don't want to deal with this. It's not beneficial for me. I want what's beneficial for me. And moving into that state will bring in quicker than expected. And that's kind of this month of, whether it's happening for you in November, December, or maybe even January. But you're, again, this new beginning. You got it. It's coming in for you. So Leo, what are you going to do? What are you going to do here? So I am going to leave this here. Hopefully this resonated. Hopefully this was helpful or insightful in some way. I love you. You got this. Be safe. Take care.